Welcome back to the Mental Health Minute. I'm Dr. Emily Mayfield, a licensed psychologist. I want to thank you for watching this video and being part of the Mindset Therapy family. With this channel, I hope to provide educational videos on mental health related topics. Sometimes it's hard to know if what you're experiencing is also experienced by others. And with these videos, you can hopefully see that you are not alone. I'm invested in your change and want to give you tools to be a better you. So please consider subscribing to my channel to grow the reach so more people can be provided valuable information on their mental health. You can also turn on the notification bell to be notified of the next video when it's uploaded. So for today's video, we're going to discuss gaslighting. Gaslighting is a term that's been in videos, articles, and in the news with increasing frequency in the past year. You might be wondering what gaslighting is and whether it's something you've experienced. In this video, we're going to discuss what gaslighting is, what signs to look for, and steps that you can take to manage situations in which gaslighting might be present. But stick around to the end where I'm also going to give today's tip of the day related to mental health. So let's start with what gaslighting is. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation in which the goal of the person engaging in the gaslighting is to have the recipient or recipients doubt their truths. I will refer to relationships, but keep in mind this can refer to any type of relationship, such as romantic, professional, or parent-child relationships. The targeted individual or victim may question their reality and doubt their own memory and perception due to the manipulation exerted by the gaslighter. Gaslighting is used to gain control over a person or people. While the abuser may not consciously engage in the behaviors to abuse and gain control, it is a behavior that is within their ability to change. It is not out of their control. The abuse is subtle and presents itself slowly over time, making it more difficult to notice initially. This allows the abuse to slowly impact the victim, wearing away on their sense of reality and what they think is or isn't true. The person's reality becomes questioned by themselves, with the abuser denying facts and invalidating their feelings. As someone remains in a relationship in which gaslighting is occurring, they begin to doubt their own reality and can develop low self-esteem, anxiety, depression, or other mental health symptoms and conditions. Within relationships, gaslighting often presents itself with the abuser accusing the victim of being crazy or sensitive, when the victim questions the abuser's words and actions. Because the manipulation by the abuser is subtle and covert, it's not obvious that manipulation is occurring when the victim questions things. Most people don't record conversations, so there's rarely proof of what the conversation looked like and what was actually said or done. So to avoid the hurtful or confusing words being hurled by the abuser, the victim may start to change their behaviors and be more cautious about their words and actions. Because their reality is skewed, they believe they are the cause of the problems and try to change their behaviors to satisfy the abuser. However, this tactic is rarely successful in changing the abuser's behaviors. If the abuser starts to think that they are losing control, they will change their tactics. The goal is for you to be wrong and to feel wrong so that the manipulation can continue. Changing your behavior simply means the abuser must work to change their tactics to continue to maintain control. The abuser's need to control is greater than their desire to change their behaviors for the benefit of the relationship. The abuser may also lack self-awareness that they are even engaging in the behaviors, and this further complicates any ability to change the behaviors. People who gaslight often saw these behaviors in others as they were growing up. They may have even been the victim at one point. The behavior is often learned, but then maintained when it becomes effective in their relationships and creating a desired response. The abuser finds that if they can manipulate the other person to where they question their reality, they can control how the victim responds to the situation. So what are some warning signs of gaslighting? What should you be on the lookout for in yourself and others to know if this behavior is happening to you? So let's go over a few that I'm just going to list off. So they tell you that you are crazy. When they do manipulate and you question it, they mention that you're too sensitive or can't take a joke. They tell blatant lies. Even when confronted with evidence, they continue to lie or state they didn't say or do something. They accuse you of engaging in the behaviors that you've brought up as concerns in them. This takes the focus off of them and puts it on you. And you start to question your own reality. You might think of recording conversations to determine whether certain things did happen. And you find it hard to make decisions on your own and without doubt and apprehension. Maybe you could connect to some of those warning signs and find that some or all of those warning signs are happening in your relationship. So what do? Let's go over 5 things you can consider and implement if you find that gaslighting is present in one or more of your relationships. So number 1 is identify the problem. Recognize what is happening so that you can decrease the manipulation that is happening to you. When you can recognize the manipulation is occurring, you can more confidently counter the abuser by not questioning your reality. Number 2 is don't engage. When you do find that gaslighting might be happening and the abuser is trying to gain control, don't argue. This might be difficult to not do, however, it will only lead to further attempts to control by the abuser as the power balance is thrown off and in your favor. Number 3 is talk to a friend or family member. Gaslighting can be isolating. The abuser wants you to question reality, and you might feel like things are your fault and you need to change. When you think that you are the cause of the issues, you might not seek help from others. However, seeking help from others allows you to test your thoughts and reality against someone other than the abuser and may provide you with additional insight into what's happening. Number 4 is decide whether remaining in the relationship is best for you. While someone who manipulates and gaslights can change, you must ask yourself whether they want to change and are willing to put in the effort to change. If the answer is no, the relationship is unlikely to be a good fit for you. The longer you remain in the relationship, the more you're going to feel confused, uncertain, and beat down. So while being alone can be difficult, ask yourself whether being alone and not doubting your actions is better than being with someone who cannot respect you or your needs. And number 5 is work on building your self-esteem. The gaslighter has spent months or even years ensuring you question your own reality. You may have started to think you are going crazy, really are too sensitive, or don't know how to make your own decisions. Learn how to trust in yourself and your own emotional and behavioral decisions by being around people who support you and encourage you. If you need further assistance or have trouble trusting those around you, consider professional help through therapy. So gaslighting happens slowly and over time, so it might not be evident initially. By the time you realize what's happening, your self-worth is affected, and you may be experiencing mental health symptoms. Give yourself the ability to accept that the abuse has happened and it wasn't your fault. If you blame yourself, you will feel more attached to the abuser and it will make leaving more difficult. Leaving a relationship where gaslighting has been occurring will be difficult, but the sooner you leave, the sooner you can start a life in which you can trust yourself and your decisions. Comment below if you have any questions on gaslighting or suggestions on things that worked for you as you are leaving a relationship in which gaslighting was present. So now for today's tip of the day. I want you to find a time today or tomorrow to get in 30 minutes of physical activity. This can be walking, pushing the baby in the stroller, or something more active such as running. Do what works for you. The important thing is to get up and about in a way that you feel comfortable and confident with so that you can keep up this behavior. Visit our log link below for more information on gaslighting and check out one of our other mental health minutes for information on topics. And I'll see you at the next video. Have a good day.